say live on air.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Dean Blundell Show podcast. My name is Dean, which is convenient. Man, it's Friday. Busy day, busy week. We had a fucking crazy week, actually, and a crazy weekend. Fucking insane weekend. Crazier weekend coming up this weekend. We've got lots to get to, and Friday is kind of a special day because what we like to do is we like to help people get in the mood for whatever it is that excites them for the weekend, whether it's a couple of pints. Was that my arm in front of the microphone? You don't want me to do that, do you? You don't want me to do that? You want me to do that? Chop, 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 chop. Hey, Atlanta won yesterday. Huh? Chop, chop, chop. Not allowed to do that anymore, but that's what I'm saying. That's what it looked like. Atlanta won yesterday. We got some Major League Baseball to talk about. We got some championships to talk about. We've got some Lakers to talk about. We've got some football to talk about, some fantasy to talk about, and we've also got some poor performances to get to this week. And on Fridays, we like to bring in our friends from Owner's Box. So please welcome Sandy Plashkes from Owner's Box, Avery and Jeremy, the short-term assets from Owner's Box, who hopefully today won't shit themselves. Good morning, fellas, or afternoon. How are you?
What's going on, Dean?
Good to see you.
We're good to see you as well. Thanks for having us. We're absolutely firing on Fridays. Owner's Box, you know, we pick up the pace as the week carries on. That's for sure.
You know what I love about doing these podcasts with you guys? It's literally like being in a break room at like a bus stop with all the guys that drive the buses when they come in for like a half an hour coffee. You guys on Friday afternoons are fucking ready to go. Every single Friday, if we do this has been two. Both of Fridays, both of you guys, both these cameras are just a couple of boys sitting around shooting the shit, making fun of each other, talking about money, gambling, all kinds of other bullshit. But you've already got beers in hand. And I love that about you guys. I dig that about Owner's Box. I really do.
We have a good time here, Dean, that's for sure. But you know, we crank out work. We're always grinding, but you got to have a good time while doing it. That's our motto here.
Yeah, and you do. So I appreciate you. Owner's Box, of course, weekly fantasy sports, the premier weekly fantasy sports platform in North America. And Sandy, you had a big weekend, which I want to get to in a second. Real big weekend. I don't know how the short-term assets did, but I want to address their performance on last week's podcast before we get started, which was garbage.
Yes, that's true.
Which was garbage. And it was you know what, and the great part about it is that I didn't really realize it was garbage until after, and the garbage was so awesome it actually became a fucking novelty. It was like those guys literally froze. And I wanted to kind of address exactly what happened because I know that they're here this week. They've insulted me 4 or 5 times before we even got on the podcast. So I'm like, fuck, okay, they're clearly awake, which is going to be awesome today.
Yeah, so Avery really fucked up. I didn't think I fucked up too bad myself, but after reviewing the film, I think I actually did fuck up. I don't think we were nervous. I think it was a technical issue. But
what do you mean? Because last week when we were talking to you guys, and I'd asked you a question, it was one-word answers and nobody said anything. Was it a problem that you have like a problem with hearing?
Avery has trouble hearing him. So.
All right, fuck off. Okay, let me go over this. So first time we put the AirPods on, I can hear myself talk, and I just.
Are you guys sharing AirPods?
Yes, we are.
Whose are they? Whose are they, by the way? They're yours.
Can't afford them.
And so you've got his other AirPod in your other ear with his earwax from his.
I clean him out actually.
Oh, do you for him?
Yeah, I care about him that much.
Fuck, you guys are nice friends. Anyway, so what happened last week? Continue.
All right, so put the AirPods in.
Yeah.
We're connected through Sandy's computer, so is Mike.
Yep.
So we can hear ourselves talk. First time ever. I just panic. I fucking freeze. I can't talk. And it was disgusting.
But why? But why? No,
why?
Why?
I like
Dude.
my own voice.
You what?
I hate hearing my own voice.
So when you're
I did it again. I was listening to myself.
I don't know.
I can fucking Eddie. I can't stop.
Is there someone behind the camera there that's making fun of you while we're talking
everyone.
to you? Okay, so are you guys are you sweating a lot, Avery?
No.
I'm a big lad, so I do sweat.
Okay, hang on, back the train up. I want to. You froze last week. When I say garbage, I mean that in a good way. Because you guys were really funny because of that. Like that was the part that I really enjoyed was. But then now I want to know why. Like I want to know what happened. What were you thinking in your head? Was it just that you heard your voice and were embarrassed by it?
Yeah, and I just listened to myself. So I just
what do you mean you listened to yourself?
In my ear, and I'm listening. I hear the story. I'm like, that's probably wrong. So I just freeze.
What do you mean?
I get it.
That's probably what was.
Well,
what do you mean was wrong? Like, explain what you think was wrong, because
like the words I was saying weren't English. And I was like, it just doesn't make sense.
He was making adjustments in his head.
While you just did it right there.
Yeah.
He was making adjustments in his head. So I don't know. The issue is, I think, though, is you were questioning yourself, because you heard yourself and you're like, oh my God, did I just say what I just said? But you're saying it at the same time, and then you freaked out, so you just sort of stopped.
Yeah, I just caught myself listening to myself talk, which is a problem when you need to talk on air.
Yeah, not
it's
really.
Weird. I get it.
What do you mean you get it? You can hear yourself now, and
you know what? Let me first of all introduce myself, since you didn't. I'm producer Rookie. I'm here also on the show.
Hey, buddy.
Not just Owner's Box.
I was gonna get to you, but I just got sidetracked.
No, it's okay. That's fine. I do the header production here at Blundell.com. But no, I get it. I don't really wear headphones. When we were doing it in person, I didn't, because I thought it was weird. I just take the headphones off and talk into the mic.
Thank you,
because
Chris.
the same thing, like if there's any delay at all, you hear like an echo in yourself. So I totally get it. That's why I don't really wear headphones when I'm in person.
I appreciate
that.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
I see you. I feel you guys. I do.
Thanks,
we got someone
Chris.
on our side, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, you do. Well, Chris would be like the poorly paid equivalent of you guys here, right? Like he, in a really good way. Like he's in on all the management meetings, because we actually have to have those now, which I think is hilarious. When you start like a little fun blog and you actually have to 2 years later have management meetings.
Wow.
That's the best. Anyway, but Chris is also much younger than me, so it makes sense that I'm his boss. It still doesn't make sense that Sandy's your boss, but I don't want to stop there.
I don't want to. Here we fucking go again.
Here we go.
But what I wanted to say was that is there's a learning curve involved in this, and you guys will get it. You're both fucking really nice guys. You seem like you're smart, and just as long as you tell the truth about your experience, like what happens when you lose all your confidence the second the camera goes on, that's entertaining to me. So you guys will be here for a long time, so don't worry about it.
The thing, I just want to point out something, because I don't know what it is, whether it's, the DeanBlundell.com cameras versus our cameras, because these guys, I mean, they're beauties. They're literally naturals. You've seen our content on our YouTube. I mean, if you don't follow us and you're listening, better subscribe to us right now. But these kids are, they're amazing on short-term assets. They're pumping out fire content. They have their signature WOTE segment. Like, they kill that shit. But then they come on here and they just choke up. It makes no sense to me as their boss. I'm considering their employment every time they come on the show.
You know what? It's the sports coat. It's because you guys aren't wearing the sports coat.
Yeah.
The gold jacket.
Yeah, the gold jacket. I feel like that needs to. You guys are casual Fridays right now.
Yeah, so just fucking relax. Like, and just remember, no matter what anybody tells you, I'm interested to see what Chris does, because he's going to do some sit-em stardom today, and I was interested to see if he thought this was going to be like a real TV show, because it sounds like you guys thought this was actually a real TV show too, which it is not. So you can all just fucking relax and have fun, right? That's what I'm saying. The great part about doing a podcast is there's no rules. There's no cast. There's no paradigm. We've got Jeremy and Avery, two buddies from college who fucking love sports, love gambling. We've got Sandy, who's the exact same age as them and their boss up there. We got Chris down in the...
He's 3 years older than me.
Sure.
It's fucking really close, though. Anyway, but Chris, and then we got Chris, who's like... he's right there. And the great part about everybody involved in this is that there's going to be a learning curve, right? So fucking relax, pour your beers, and let's get to my first weekend in fantasy football, where I literally sat and hit refresh on the Owner's Box dashboard for like fucking 8 hours on Sunday. Like, it was embarrassing. And I thought to myself, there's got to be, like, did I need to introduce some kind of vice, because I loved gambling and I haven't been doing a lot of it. And I know that this isn't gambling because I'm doing it with the Owner's Bucks at the moment. And I loved the fucking whole idea, and I got into the fantasy, and I went into like 83 drafts or something like that, maybe 3, but like a lot. I think I overdid it. Had no idea what I was doing when I was picking people. Ended up going like 1 and 3. I had one fantasy bracket where I had like 185 fantasy points, which I'm pretty fucking sure that's like not bad. But Patrick Queen,
that's actually pretty. Did you lose that week?
No, I won that week. That was the only one I won.
I was gonna say, geez, those aren't rookie numbers, Dean. I'll say that.
Dude, 185. Patrick Queen had a huge day on Sunday.
Oh,
he was like fucking
great.
Huge. A little bit of luck there.
Yeah, no, that wasn't luck because I watched Patrick Queen play the week before, and I liked how mean he looked and how he just kind of rolled guys. It was no big deal to him, and so I took him. So give me a little credit. I just haven't done any fan. So anyway, I had a blast doing it this weekend. Now I'm into week 2, and I'm going up against some other cat, and I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. But I want to talk about my first weekend, Sandy, if you can, please. Enamor me with how great I was or wasn't, because you've been through my entire shit. You know my thing.
Yeah,
you work there.
Yeah, so yes, I have you as a friend, Dean. So I'm actually going to pull up your profile right now and check out your record. Let's see what you got right here. View profile.
Let's have a look.
I see you have a 1-2 record, Dean. So I guess I guess it could be better for you, definitely. But I will say this, it's definitely a learning curve on our platform to start. You come on. I know one cool thing you pointed out is the Patrick Queen pick. We do IDP here, so it's individual defensive player.
Yeah.
So you're not picking team defenses. So that's one unique aspect of our weekly concept is that you have to look out. You have to not only know the offensive players, running backs, receivers, QBs, all that good stuff, but you have to know the defensive players. I mean, usually linebackers and, DNs, safeties, you got to know these guys. And a lot of people really only focus on the offensive players. So I think our whole platform is really unique because it looks at both sides of the ball.
So hold it some of the other platforms, and I'm just asking this question because I don't know. And I'm trying to educate myself, but some of the other platforms, you have to pick team defenses. You can't pick an individual player.
You can. There's very select few that do it. The greater majority of platforms and contest types have just team defenses for simplicity reasons. But looking at our partners here and our group here, we really believed in IDP from the start, and it's added a unique layer of strategy in the weekly concept because it's not like your season long where you're benching guys all the time. We have no bench, so it's actively managing players throughout your contest weeks. You have to have keep in mind these defensive guys who are going to play well, and who they're matched up against, all that stuff. So it's a unique approach, and it's definitely takes some extra managing and analysis from that end.
Yeah, of which I'm fucking terrible at because it was my first week. So what is it when someone's let me ask you guys a couple questions, just beginner questions. When someone's in on a draft like I was in my first draft, and I'm on the phone with you actually for my first draft, Sandy, and you're yelling at me, don't take any quarterbacks in the first round, and I'm like, well, everybody's taking quarterbacks. And I'm watching Russell Wilson go off the board, and then I'm like, okay, if Kyler Murray then gone, and I think I was left with Joe Burrow at the end of it, who had a fucking terrible week against the Ravens. Joe Burrow? No, I didn't pick Joe Burrow. He's the only cat left. It was it.
Oh, that's bullshit, Dean.
Bullshit. Yeah. 32 quarterbacks.
Dean, bro.
Don't I had last pick.
The excuses are piling on.
Yeah.
So let me give you some background of why I don't think any of us, you guys don't go QBs ever in first round. That's rookie shit. Even though, but the reason why is in fantasy, I know you're kind of a rookie, so I'll explain it.
No, I'm a total rookie. I want to know about the rookie shit. Get me through
So all our leagues are PPR, which is point per reception leagues. So unlike a lot of other platforms, there's half PPR leagues on Yahoo, ESPN in the season long, and there's also standard leagues with no PPR. Right. What PPR is, every time a running back, a receiver, tight end catches a pass, they get a point for that. And then on top of that, the amount of yards they accumulated also count towards points. So ours is full PPR. So that's why you want to look in the earlier rounds. You want to look for, a Christian McCaffrey when he's healthy, Dalvin Cook, Ezekiel Elliott, Alvin Kamara, those kind of guys.
DeAndre Hopkins had a huge week last week, and I took him
Hopkins,
too.
And as I said, receiver, running back are always my first 2-round picks.
Chris Carson was great last week too. Yeah,
I've been in like 50 NFL leagues, and I don't think I've ever picked a QB in the first 2 rounds ever, not once.
Why? What's the thinking behind that? Explain that one to me because I want to know.
Well, you're gonna get. It depends on the contest size. As I told you, we have 2-team contests, 4-user contest, 8-user, and 16-team. So in the 2 and 4-user contests, I usually wait till the mid to late rounds to get a QB. And I lean, as I said, because of PPR, I lean running back, receiver early. It's definitely a good strategy. As for a rookie to come on, new player, definitely look running back first few rounds, receiver first few rounds. Once you have, because you do 2 per position. We have 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and only 1 quarterback. So you really don't, you're not drafting 2 QBs like you are at the other 2 positions. So I like to look there. And then also tight ends are valuable. Like there's a few top tier guys like Kelsey, Mark Andrews, who's back. He had a couple good weeks. And then that guy, what's the Titans tight end? He's a beast too.
Smith.
Yeah, Johnny Smith. Yeah. So there's a couple guys at tight end you want to look for too. But definitely lean RB, wide receiver, first few rounds, and then look for a QB thereafter.
Did you see how disrespectful Derrick Henry was this last weekend, by the way?
The memes were all time from that. Like I saw like a meme. I saw a meme. It was like COVID-19 protocol, and it was like snapped to Derrick Henry's body, and it was like him stiff arming, or he was stiff arming COVID-19 protocol.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. Like, because it wasn't like, and Josh Norman isn't a small guy. He's an average size NFL corner, but he's like watching Derrick Henry literally throw him, like as he's in full gallop. I've never ever seen that before in my life, and some of the memes were great. There's this one of him that he was continually falling down this fucking hole that he just never perpetually stopped. But I've never seen that before. Anyway, the Bills interest me this week because they've got a test. So I want to talk about the Bills real quick. What am I?
Okay, wait. Before you go, Dino, my guy Jer is the biggest Bills. So you got a Chiefs fan. Avery's the diehard Chiefs guy.
Talk to me.
Jer's a diehard Bills fan, and I'm the biggest Packers fan. You probably know. So you got 3 real diehard fans here. Okay. So if you're talking Bills, you should address Jer here. He's going to give you some insight. He's a diehard. Jer the man, yeah. Jerry. Can I call you Jerry, Jeremy? What do your friends call you? Do you have nicknames, pet names?
Anything you want.
Okay.
I have a bunch of nicknames.
Okay, Jer Bear, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Explain something to me. Bills are interesting because Josh Allen looked human last week, and they get the Chiefs this week. So explain, are they for real, or did they have a soft first 4 games on their seat? Because I Josh Allen, what I saw last week wasn't the Josh Allen that was in the MVP conversation. So are they for real? And then the other thing is, is Le'Veon Bell going to make a fucking really big difference for the Chiefs, knowing how good they are coming off that week? Explain. So let's start with you, Jared Bear, and then we'll go over to my man Avery. Little Avery fellow over there. Little cute Avery who hates his voice.
The Bills are legit.
Yep.
The Bills are legit. You got to remember John Brown wasn't playing, who he relies on heavily. So you could tell he was targeting Diggs way too much. Mm-hmm. He had like 10 receptions by the end of the game, but he was targeted, I think, 15 times. So, and then you got to remember the top corner was out, White. So I think it was just, you can't expect them to win every game.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be a good game with the Chiefs, and I think they'll give them a fight, and they have a good chance to win that game.
You know what's really funny is how a Bills fan finally, after like a 4-0 start, was like, hey, man, can't expect to win every game.
Mm-hmm. That's the classic.
The Bills always go 5-0, though, all the time.
Yeah, they do, right? Or they go 4-1, and then they shit the middle of the schedule, and they race to make the playoffs at the end of the schedule, which is really fucking funny.
And then they end up 8-8 every year. 8-8 every year.
And they make the playoffs. So, Chris, explain something to me, because you told me, and this is, I don't want to start a fight. I don't want to start a fight.
It's not a fight because I know where you're going.
I don't want to start a fight. But Sandy, you went 10-1 this last weekend. Chris told me he was at
my our team. So let me just address that real quick. So as on our Friday episode in the box, which is actually going live here soon, we give out our 3 best bets.
You never said that in your tweet, by the way. You tweeted,
no, I did. I said we went. No, I said we, motherfucker. If you look at my Twitter,
look like me. Look like a me.
First of all,
hey, can I ask you? Was it upside down or right side up? Which one was it? The W or the M? Was it me or we? It was we. You can go check my Twitter if you want to pull it up on the live stream here. You can do that too. But I will say this. So as I was saying, I said,
we pick 3 picks a week each. Yeah. There's 4 on the podcast.
Right.
We pick a favorite, which is a team that's favored on the spread. We pick an underdog, which is a team that's an underdog on the spread, and then we pick a total of the week. So last week, between Avery, Jeremy, and one of our status updaters, Devin, who questionably doesn't work here anymore. We never see him, but we went as a group 11-1 actually, because I had the Titans on Tuesday night, so I didn't update after that pick. I went 3-0, easy money. Yep. Ave went 3-0 as well. My guy Jer here was the only one of us 4 that actually took a loss. He took the fucking Falcons -1 like a clown, like an absolute clown. Didn't learn his lesson. Falcons are dead to me. But anyways, we went 11-1 as a group, and I think that's pretty good. I don't do this a lot. So is 11-1 good, guys?
Sure. I love the humility, which leads me to my next. But leads me to the next part is that Chris is at my house this last week on Thanksgiving to get away from his family. It was fucking really funny. He came over for like 2 hours, and we may or may not have relaxed a little bit here. So he literally hid out at my house for like 2 hours from his family. But anyway, the funny part was like he said, "Hey, you know Sandy Plashkes? You know him?" I go, "Yeah, I know him." He's like, "I'm gonna wipe him up this week in fantasy. I'm better than him. I know more than him." And I went, you know
Let's
what?
get it. I'm down. Let's go.
You know what? Sandy's really confident and he has the resume. I don't follow any of Chris, so I want to know where that came from and what Chris plans on doing. And yes, did I want to start a fight? For sure.
Well, I think that the first thing to say is I'm playing Owner's Box, and my 2 teams that I picked this week are absolutely outstanding, especially in the 16-person league, because Dean, you have a bunch of wide receiver 3s as your wide receivers.
Yeah, Dean, we saw your team. Yeah, keep going, Chris, but we have to talk about Dean's team after this.
Which I don't know if that's good or not. But no, I've been playing Yahoo Fantasy.
You guys do know. You guys hold it. You guys do know I'm unoffendable, right?
Yeah, obviously we saw.
I'll trigger you one day, Dean. Don't worry.
You guys do know that there's literally nothing anyone can ever say to me that is going to trigger me ever, because, and it's not that I don't care. It's just that I'm focused on other things like life, while you guys are busy with the other things that don't matter. Okay, Chris? So it doesn't matter. Go ahead, insult me. Continue.
No, I'm answering your question.
Oh, they were insulting me. Okay.
Why I think
sorry.
I'm good. Yeah.
Okay.
So on Yahoo Fantasy, when you play for a bunch of years, you get gold, silver, platinum ratings as a GM. Yeah. And I'm a platinum GM. I am like 96 and 44 all time.
Wow, that's actually elite. Not gonna lie, that's elite.
And all the boys hate me, and they invite me to their leagues. I win the league, and then I just don't get that invite back. I don't know what's happening.
They don't want.
My invite gets lost in the mail.
Okay, so you guys hold it now. How do we keep track of this? Because Sandy, I know you're allowed to play. You just can't play for money, right? Are you allowed to go head to head with Chris?
I can't. I legally cannot play. Yeah. Allegedly, I can't play. I can check with the legal team, but it's a shame. If you look at the leaderboard, I'm actually number 1, and I have been for a few months.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, hold it. If you said you can't play, but you're on the leaderboard, you guys. Well,
because in beta, when we were in beta before we launched, we've been launched for about a month now.
Yeah.
I was allowed to play with the public, and I was actually cleaning the public, and I felt bad. I was like, I don't want to lose users because I'm winning too much. So I had to actually stop. I was politely asked to stop playing.
You know what?
He had 10 times the amount of games than everyone else.
Yeah, I know he did, and he was getting paid to do it too, which is really different, right? Because you can I'm working or whatever. But he's good at but I really actually I follow Sandy's picks. I watched him tease the shit out of every single bet he could this weekend. If you could tease it, he was teasing the shit out of it. And you explained what teasing was to us last week. But the great part about it is that it's an education, right, for a lot of different people. And not only is it an education, but we've got 2 of the cockiest fantasy sports guys I've ever met in my life on one call. So I want to just set this up. So can we focus on that for a second? How can we do that? Like, can you just have
Sandy
picks?
Isn't good.
Sandy's not good at fantasy?
He's 0-4 against me.
That's actually no. Okay, so I want to speak on this.
Hold it. Avery, Jeremy, explain. Go ahead. I want more. Explain. Bring me
Sandy's fake news. He's good as really not. We just rinse him of his money.
He plays a lot of games. He takes advantage of the shitty players.
Oh, please.
You're 0-4 in fantasy, and you're blowing yourself up huge. That's incredible.
No, all right. So let me speak on this. I will say this. Avery is correct. Against Avery, I am 0-4. I have played him 4 times for real money, too, and lost against him. But, I'm so locked in on my teasers and everything I got going on the gambling side that it takes a lot of time away from my fantasy analysis. That said, now that it's been live on air, now that Avery's gone public with it, which was the wrong choice by him, he's decided to go public with it. I have changed my mindset. Not that I'm not going to still print money doing my teasers and other bets, but I'm going to focus more on the fantasy side, and I'm actually going to take it to him this week. I got a matchup against him. And I am locked in. I'm ready to go.
Well,
boys,
okay. So how do we get in on this?
Public.
I want to get Chris in on that one too, and I want in on this one too. So can we? How do we fucking set this up?
I play you, Dean.
I'll have to Chuck.
Listen,
with,
guys,
with our with our
Free
VP
victory
ops.
when you play Dean.
listen.
He's a donation.
Yeah, he's a donation.
Fucking give it to charity.
Yeah. Holy.
You know what? Here's the thing, and I haven't said anything to anybody about my picks for this week with the 16 team that we're in. And I know Chris is in on it. Chris is in. Oh yeah, let's go through it. But
I have your lineup right here, Dean.
Okay.
You want me to run through who you have?
Please do.
Right.
Please do, and harsh me the whole time. And at the end, I'll explain exactly why I picked every single one of those fucking players. It'll blow your mind.
Hey, Sean.
Okay.
Sean, can we play some clown music
Yeah,
while we
you
read these,
should.
please?
I'm gonna start.
I got it. I'll get the clown music.
Chris, I'll start with your team because your team's actually solid for a 16 man. So we'll start with Chris's team. At QB, he's got Matt Ryan. In a 60 man, I like that choice. At running back, he's got my guy, Aaron Jones. Absolute unit. Love that pick.
First of all, Sandy, you're 0 for 2. Go ahead, keep up.
As his third pick, he has, or at his second running back, he has Todd Gurley, another great choice in a 16 man. In the wide receiver, he has Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson. Another, I mean, those. Dean, honestly, I'm looking at his roster and I think there's negative chance you actually beat this guy. But
well, what's the projection?
Tight end.
What's the projection for his?
At tight end, he has Rob Gronkowski. At kicker, he has Justin Tucker, TJ Watt at linebacker, Aaron Donald D tackle, and Khalil Mack. Those are 3 absolute powerhouses on defense.
Who do I
and
got?
then now we'll go to Dean's roster. Want to hear Dean's? Everyone ready for this one?
Here you go.
We got Aaron Rodgers at QB. All right, I respect that. Great pick, MVP campaign. Myles Gaskin at running back. Naheem Hines as your other running back. Robbie Anderson as the other receiver.
That's the most annoying thing ever. We can't hear you.
I can't hear shit, dude.
Shut the fuck up,
Come on.
Chris.
What is that? Are you
Playing a didgeridoo?
It's monk music.
Hey,
Monk
you're
music. You're fine. You're fine.
This is pump-up music.
I'm not gonna lie, Dean. Your team's pretty terrible.
Keep going. Keep going. You don't just stop.
Robbie Anderson at receiver. You got Robbie Anderson's good. Good in our format. You got Chark as the other receiver. You got Travis Kelce at tight end. Great choice. I think your quarterback and tight end is actually really good, but other than that, the team is pretty rough. You got the Carolina kicker, decent choice. You got Brashard Breeland, Kaiser from the Rams, and then you got Jackson from the Pats. I don't even know who that Jackson guy is. Do you guys know? Near corner.
Just so you
Dean,
guys,
I'm not gonna lie.
Can I tell you something now? Can I explain to you guys how I got to every single one of those?
After you just hijacked my reading there, yeah, please.
with monkey
well, go ahead.
too.
I'll wait.
Awesome.
No, I was done. I'm ready for your analysis on your picks.
Here's my analysis. Every one of those auto-picked. Every
Did
one.
they?
Yeah.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god.
That's on you,
Oh.
Dean.
No,
That's on you though.
No, hold it.
bullshit.
Hold it. It wasn't on purpose because the doorbell rang about 5 seconds before I was supposed to get on that draft, and it was this fucking gardener that's doing all the gardens around here, and I had to go outside and help him pull this giant fucking cable out of the ground. So I came back in, and it auto-picked for me, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Well, Dean, you know what?
That's a secret
When
for
you
that.
can, hey, at Owner's Box, you can win on the go with our mobile app. So if you were intuitive, you would have had the mobile app queued up, ready to go.
Have you ever tried to?
Have
Have you ever tried to listen? Have you ever tried to pull a cable with one hand and have your phone in the other?
While dropping it.
You could. I mean, it could
No,
be
the
done.
answer's no.
It could be done.
The answer is no.
Dean, I drafted my team while I was on a Zoom call for my wedding. Okay.
Oh.
Zoom weddings.
And I had my
deal.
headphones in and thought my fiance thought I was listening when really I was just drafting the most bomb team of life.
That's pretty awesome, dude. That's like one of those things you hear about where like guys become legends, where you're actually on the phone doing like talking to the priest about how you're going to handle the Catholic vows, and you're like, and in the other ear you're like, I'll take Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. I asked the father to bless my team, and he did.
Did you really? You asked the father.
Now you
to
can't,
bless your team?
Chris.
No, I didn't.
Chris, now you can't lose after that. If you got blessed, I mean,
If I got blessed by the father,
every day, just for I'm pretty spiritual myself. As you can see, I got my buddy Danny Marino behind me. Every morning we started a tradition here at Owner's Box. Every morning we walk in, we touch my boy. I'll put the camera up here.
Oh,
Yeah.
there he is.
We touch my boy Dan.
Yeah.
We go, hey Dan, we're gonna have a
This is
day
how-
today, Dan. We're gonna have a day today.
I
And that's
golfed
what we
with
do.
him. I golfed with Dan Marino. Great
Look
guy.
at that. We give him a little tap for good luck, and then we just kill the day. That's how we do it.
Dan Marino is not only a great a great human being, one of the greatest NFL quarterbacks to never win a Super Bowl ever, and it's still a shame, crying shame. But Dan Marino is one of the greatest guys you'll ever golf with in your fucking life. Like ever.
He sounds like a beauty, honestly.
He is. Let's have a pint. Let's relax. Let's make fun of each other. Do I want to talk about football? I don't give a shit. Let's talk about football. Do you know how many yards? And he will chirp you. You will sit there in front of a 3-foot putt, and he will say, "Listen, I'm gonna watch you miss this putt, knowing full well the kind of pressure that it takes to actually hit a 3-foot putt in front of nobody, because you have never experienced the life I've experienced." And then he'll wink at you and you'll miss the putt, and then you'll saw off the hole and lose a bunch of money. But Dan Marino could be one of the finest. There is no better fucking cardboard cutout that you could have in that studio than Dan Marino.
Shout out the short-term assets. They provide these. Yeah.
Can I pose a question to the group about Dan Marino? Dean?
Fire away.
I don't care. Yeah.
Whose career would you rather have, Dan Marino or Eli Manning? Both Hall of Famers. One has 2 Super Bowls, but one has all the yards and all that.
Eli Manning. Are you? That's not even close.
Yeah. Okay.
Just because, hey, give me the championships. I'm a winner. I like winning. I don't. I respect individual stats, but I'm all for the team here. We really preach that, especially at Owner's Box. We all want to win, not one of us. So from that mentality, I'm taking Eli Manning, even though I think he got lucky against the Pats, that helmet catch. I mean, that's 1 in a million, right? Yeah. But I don't know. I like that he beats the Pats too. I'm the biggest Patriots hater, so I'm gonna take Eli Manning in this one.
Are you a Patriots hater, or are you just a Tom Brady hater?
I think Tom Brady. I'm a Tom Brady hater. I'm an Aaron Rodgers guy. So you either pick one or the other. That's why I'm literally juiced up for this week's game. Aaron Rodgers is out for blood this week, and I want you guys to know that. I think Rooke, did you have Rodgers, or was that Dean?
Dean has Rodgers.
I have Rodgers.
Oh, Dean. Yep. You know what, Dean? I'll take it back. I think you might win your week solely on the fact that you have Aaron Rodgers. He might throw for 5 touchdowns this week.
Touchdown, Jesus.
44 fantasy points, and I'm excited to see Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers go at it. And only there's a fucking number of reasons, but there are subplots within this narrative of trying to figure out, is Tom Brady finished, right? So that's one subplot. And then you've got the narrative of, does Aaron Rodgers have a chance to win a Super Bowl this year because of how well he's playing and the weapons that he has around him? Finally, which he really doesn't, but he fucking brings everybody's level of play up to the big. But what I'm really excited for is watching everybody like me that absolutely hates fucking Tom Brady's guts.
Fuck yeah.
Everybody rally around the old oak tree of why Tom Brady sucks, even though he's the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. Like the vitriol I feel for Tom Brady isn't just football based either, boys. He's really good looking still in his 40s. Bugs me.
Supermodel.
You can't. You know what, Dean?
Married to a supermodel
speak on this.
Who loves yoga.
I want to.
Can't be bad.
I want to speak on this because I actually, off the field, Tom Brady, I mean, you can't beat it. The guy comes home to Giselle every night. She makes more money than he does. Yeah. The one thing off the field I don't like is that he makes out with his children. That's one thing I won't stand for.
He wasn't making out with his kids. Like I know that's a narrative.
Different.
No, it was
a little too much for me.
Yeah, but there was no tongue. There was no tongue, and that's how you know it's not a kiss.
Is that in a court of law? We have to take that to court.
But no, anyways, that's just common sense. Like if you kiss someone using tongue, it's that person. It better be a romantic interest.
Yeah, I'd hope so. Yeah, I was gonna say, but all I'll say on the Tom Brady thing is this is kind of a hot take. As I said, I'm a hater. Tom Brady's a system QB, and he's benefited off Belichick and everything the Patriots have been. The Patriots defense over the last decade has given up the least points in the NFL. So Tom Brady gets to sit back pretty. He can, he does well. He's obviously a legendary QB, but when he calls him the GOAT as a QB skill set wise, stats wise, obviously he's played forever. He's going to put up those numbers. He's one of the GOATs, but he's not the GOAT in my eyes because he has benefited so much from that Bill Belichick Patriots system. And now he goes to Tampa Bay. This is his test year. I will take back my comments. I said this earlier in the year. I will take back my system QB comment if he proves me wrong this year. But I am standing on this hill. I will die on this hill all season until I see that. So just so you know, Rodgers, look at Rodgers. The guy throws no interceptions.
Yep.
What is he? 14 touchdowns, no interceptions this year. It's something you just don't see. people hate on Rodgers because he scores. His defense gives up 40 points a game for like a couple of years, and he loses games. But people talk like he's not clutch. Go look at the stats. That's all I say. Go look at the numbers. They don't lie. As I said, I'll take back what I said about Brady when he proves me wrong. But until then, he's a system quarterback, and that's not going to change my mind.
Aaron Rodgers, the throws that he makes, and how he makes those throws, little dinks and doinks, the touch passes that he makes, like 60-yard touch passes, like that's not something that's in Tom Brady's arsenal, which is very different. And he has benefited off of, as you said, a process-related coach like Bill Belichick, but Tom Brady hasn't been the 43-year-old Tom Brady or 42-year-old Tom Brady you thought he'd be this year. He was the first game, but it's been hit and miss. But he lost to the Bears last week. So, put that in your pipe and smoke it if you hate Tom Brady. That I enjoyed. I enjoyed watching a loss to the Bears. However, the one thing that I do love, and this is part of the storyline, is Aaron Rodgers can be just as much of an asshole as Tom Brady. So,
of course. He doesn't even talk to his family, Dean.
No.
Well, his brother went on The Bachelor like an absolute clown shoe.
And
like, honestly,
Stewart
like,
too on The Bachelor as well.
Yeah. I think that show, I know a lot of people love it. I think it's the stupidest load of garbage I've
Have you
ever
seen The Bachelorette? Have you seen The Bachelorette?
No, it's the same. I don't even waste my time. But
Dude,
honestly,
whoa. Let me stop. What are you, 20? What are you, 23? You're 23 years old?
23.
Okay,
24 in December.
24 in December. Let me explain. Do you have a girlfriend? You married? You got kids?
I'm single as can be, Dean.
Okay, good. You not watching The Bachelorette or The Bachelor is a crime against dating humanity. There is no way any man under the age of 40 should not be watching that show. No way.
All right, so
And
let me defend myself.
It is. There not only are there fantasy pools when it comes, dude. You think there's this is one thing. There's fantasy pools when it comes to fucking The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. Like you would dig it.
Last year.
And Chris won it, and he was the only guy in it.
Him and 12 girls.
Yep.
I like that, Chris. I like that on you. But what I will say is, when I did have a girlfriend in the past, I was forced to watch The Bachelor, so I was guilty by association there.
Yeah,
but
Sandy, stop. Back the train up. Let's back this one up too. Let me help you. Sandy, you're not forced to watch The Bachelorette. You have a choice in what you want to watch. That's an investment. And if you don't start making that fucking investment, you're going to be 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out, kid. All you're going to be doing is working all the time. You'll turn into Ebenezer Scrooge. You'll fucking go, hey, where's my turkey? I don't have a turkey. I got no fucking friends. You don't want to do that. You want to build your life outside of this too. What you want to do is give yourself every opportunity for success when it comes to meeting and finding a female. And if you're not watching The Bachelorette and The Bachelor, you have nothing to talk about.
And join a fantasy league with all the girls and beat them all.
Yeah.
Just to make them even more upset.
Yeah. It's a great way to meet people.
You should get Sandy to apply.
Yeah. Dude, do you think,
for the
would you do it? Would you do The Bachelor?
would I do it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd try. I knew there was Bachelor Fantasy, but, that's a market where personally I'm not trying to get involved in. I don't know how much revenue has been generated in the Bachelor Fantasy market.
No, I'm asking
maybe I'll look into it.
No. I'm asking you, would you compete as in The Bachelor as The Bachelor if they asked you?
Oh, shit. I think it's so. I would. If it was on the table in front of me, Dean, gun to my head, I'm doing it. But again, I'm not going through the process. I'm not applying to that garbage. I'm not doing all that. If it's in front of me, you know what? And I'm single at the time, maybe I'll give it a whack. But other than that, it's a no for me.
I don't believe you.
30 beautiful women in a house, all vying for your attention.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way you could do fantasy.
I'm engaged, and I'll do it.
Yeah. Avery, question.
Sir.
If they came and asked you, would you do it? Would you do The Bachelor?
Absolutely. You get so famous. That's all they do it for anyways. Not for love. They do it to get famous.
Facts.
Oh, they're all doing it for love.
Oh, you're one of Chris. Come on, Chris. That's some hopeless romantic shit right there.
Come on.
Okay, so let's get to it. Because I want to have a big week this week, and I'm going to do another draft, and I want to go head-to-head. I want to get you guys head-to-head, too, and we're going to figure that out before we go and see how it goes, and we'll follow that on Twitter, where you can follow these guys at OwnersBox and at It's Dean Blundell on Twitter, at D Blundell Show as well, and we'll get to all the socials on the end, but this is literally, if you do weekly fantasy and you have a chance to go and get registered today, if you do it, here's the thing. they'll give you like up to $50 for your first deposit, which is fucking free money. Anytime someone gives you free money, you're stupid not to take it. So take the free money. Go and sign up, make a deposit, and play. You can play with owner's bucks. You can play with real bucks. You can play with one person. You can play with 15 other people. You can play a 1 week, a 2 week, a 3 week, a 4 week. That's the great part of this. It's the flexibility for you to be able to have some fun and parlay one draft, or maybe your draft is shit like mine was because I had to auto pick it because I was pulling some cable. It's a long story, but maybe that's, you can get into another one. The flexibility that you can have to do this, and it literally, and I shit you not, changed the entire way I watch football. Like the entire way I watch football, because when you're placing bets traditionally and you've got money on a game or you've got money on an outcome, or an over or an under, or you're parlaying, you're only watching those games, right? Now I'm watching every single game. I'm watching the ticker at the bottom of the actual screen that tells you who went off for how many yards and who threw for how many yards and how many guys got how many sacks. And it was an incredible experience for me, because I'm like, this is literally going to make everything to do in this world that we live in, that's kind of a little bit smaller right now because of the health issues. This is going to make everything way more fucking fun. And it did. It made the entire weekend way more fun. Did I hit refresh like an idiot 4,000 times? Sure. But the great part about that is that
I love that, though.
Oh, who doesn't? The great part about that is that it's so self-contained, and Owner's Box takes care of every single detail for you after you draft. Like every single one. You don't have to sit and match sheets and look for who you had over here and fucking this guy over there, and I got him in this pool over here in this draft. See how many fantasy points I got this week. It's all updated for you in real time. So it's like, it's literally beginner proof. It's great.
Yeah. Hard 10.
Sam, you gonna say something?
Sorry, I'm looking at the live stream. I don't know why I was waiting for you to finish talking. Dean, I'm watching the live stream while we're talking. Sorry, I was in my own zone. But
stop.
Dean,
Stop. Hey, Avery and Jeremy, go ahead. You want to shit on him for a couple minutes?
No, what the
freezing
fuck?
right there?
Everyone makes mistakes. No one said that last week, but now we are. So it's kind of bullshit, but I think he'll redeem himself.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right,
well, no,
all right.
I want to comment on one thing you said, and it was refreshing the dashboard. I think that's the whole vision of fantasy, is like, we want to engage fans beyond just watching the TV,
Right.
like watching the TV, what's happening there, right? So that's why we do all the social stuff, the messaging, the group system, the ranking system, all this cool, gamification stuff that we've implemented. And
You call it gamification? You call it gamification?
That's what all the cool kids say these days. Yeah, gamification. It's a buzzword.
And remind me what I said that was perfect. Go ahead.
No, what you said was great, is that there's no like long-term commitment. That's our whole vision, is like, you can get in 10 drafts in week 1. And then if you don't want to draft week 5, week 6, you don't have to. You can get in whenever you want, commit to time whenever you want, compete with whoever you want and as many people as you want. So it's definitely offers a ton of flexibility to our users and, fantasy fanatics and, just general players who want to get on for a week or so. Mm-hmm. So that's our whole vision. And I think you covered it perfectly, honestly.
Oh, thanks, brother. Well, listen, I had a blast doing it, and this is obviously a relationship that was born out of pure selfishness, and I mean that because I loved the idea of putting something else in my quiver, another arrow in my quiver of things I get to do as we head into the fall and the winter, and hockey's going to kick back up again, and then you've got baseball, which is coming to an end, but that'll kick back up again. Everything's happening, and so to be able to engage with it in a different way is really the great part about what you guys do, and we're really fortunate to be involved because it's really fucking fun. Like, that's the selfish part of it, right? Yeah. Well, especially for aces like Chris, who's gonna, as he said, if I'm not mistaken, Chris, wipe the floor with Sandy Plashkes.
Platinum.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get special approval to play against you, Chris. I need this matchup. We need it.
Dude, he literally said that, Sandy. He literally said that. He's like, I'll wipe the floor with him. I'm fucking good.
He's a platinum on Yahoo, though. That's pretty solid. You can't really knock that.
We're getting an 8-man.
Numbers don't lie. Numbers really don't lie. So
can you get an 8-man? Is that what we do? Is that what we're gonna do? Get an 8-man?
So here's what we're gonna do. I'll lead the charge on this one. I'll talk to the boys after this. I'm gonna set up if I can legally set up a pool, I'm gonna legally set up a pool with the 8 of us. We'll do Chris, Dino, myself, the short-term assets, and we'll get 3 more guys. If you want to bring like 1 or 2 to the party too, we can do that, or I can get 3 of our guys from our end.
What's the punishment? What's the punishment for the loser?
We can do something for next week's episode if you want to do something hilarious.
Yeah, I do.
I think we could do that.
I do. Like, first of all, we got to have a couple of different side bets here. We got to have some props. What's that?
Better?
What?
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a 4-man.
Okay.
So one of you guys will not be in it. You guys can draft. They work as a duo most of the time. So they'll draft a team together, and then Dean will have his own team, and then Chris will have his own team. So there'll be 4 of us.
All right.
We'll compete, and then what's the punishment? That's what we have to decide. I think there should be some kind of public punishment involved.
Loser has to do karate until they achieve a yellow belt.
Oh, I was thinking like loser takes like the
major commitment.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Dean in there with all the kids trying to get his yellow belt?
Dean in karate.
Yes.
Dean would get kicked out of karate in an hour.
And all of us will come to your belt ceremony. It'll be so awesome.
That'll be electric.
You know what?
That would. That's good content, actually.
You guys are gonna see me because I'm gonna get a skin tight gi. That's what the outfits are called. They're called gis. I'm gonna get a skin tight gi. I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna get the snake and eggs going, and I'm gonna do my kata. Hey, relax, my kata, which is like a whole karate routine, and you guys might die. So, like.
I love, you know what I love about this is that we already are assuming that Dean is going to be the loser of the contest. I think that's the best part of this whole thing. We're already deciding. It's not what is the loser going to do. It's what is Dean going to do after he loses.
I had those 3 drafts this weekend, and I won one of them, so I get to go on to the next matchup in my bracket. And I'm like, fucking thank God, because the boys would kill me if I lost every single one of those. Like, they would murder me. But no, like I want a punishment. Like someone has to wear something or not wear something, but we're going to work on the punishment because there's got to be a punishment for someone who loses between Sandy and fucking tough guy McGee down in the left hand corner, and who I love, by the way. No, he is like, he literally, he comes up to me. He's at Thanksgiving. He's like, hey, I'm gonna wipe the floor with Sandy Plashkes.
Oh, jeez.
We have to think a nickname for Chris.
Yeah.
Platinum Chris or Rookie Chris?
Platinum Rookie.
Not
Rookie Dean.
Yeah.
Platinum
I've
Rookie.
already
That's a
owner's
good
box
one.
rookie.
Yo, you got to change. So here's what you're going to do, Chris. You're going to go to your owner's box profile. And you're going to change your name. Whatever you change your name to, that's what we will refer to you on this podcast as forever. So make it a good one. I'll be checking in a couple hours, and we'll all make nicknames for each other, and then I'll wipe your floor clean after that.
Hey, Dean, how about the name that I told you on Sunday that I am in the rest of my leagues that I'm not saying on the podcast?
Oh,
That you
jeez.
Absolutely loved.
Get the red card ready.
I don't know if we can actually say.
I can't say that.
I think we
I'm not
can.
saying that.
I think I can. I think I can tell you what it is. Do you want to know what his
I won't
other
say.
fantasy name is?
Everyone wants to know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for it, but fire away.
How comfortable? Like you're one of the owners and co-founders there, Sandy, right? Like you're one of the shooters.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna. You're not.
You
gonna
comfortable?
offend me.
You're comfortable with everything after
Yeah.
this last week? You're pretty happy about everything?
Sure.
You know,
I'm actually intrigued to hear. I don't know what you're referencing, but I'm intrigued to hear the name. Honestly.
I don't even know
You're
if
saying it to me.
I don't even know if I want to.
I don't think we can. I honestly don't think we can.
All right.
Well,
Too much.
pull the plug. Pull the plug.
After the
We'll
show.
see online.
Yeah.
If Dean has to think about it, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, say no more. Honestly, say no more.
But
Dean,
he was
I gotta
as when I told him.
Yeah, you know what? I can't do it. I got to tell you, like,
It's that bad.
no, it's not that. It's not that it's bad. It's that bad. It's just that depending on because here's what happens is that you'll say something or write something, and it could be months ago or weeks ago, and someone's going to take issue with it that's got a blue check mark, and then they're gonna go crazy, right? And so my goal here is to drive those people crazy, but not give them more red meat. So
Yeah, I'll be trending if we say the name.
I don't think you will, though. I just don't think I want to.
Obviously not.
You know what? I don't think I just also don't want to bring that time in our history up.
Hold on.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's best we keep it off air. But hey, Dean, I will say this: you're professional at going trending,
buddy.
I will say that it's a skill set.
No,
you got to be one of a kind to take the brunt of the blue check marks. I will say that.
You know what?
Sandy?
Yeah, as long as you're on the right side.
That's the one thing I was a fly on the wall in that whole situation this week. I didn't really read into it. I didn't think twice about it. I was just thinking, you said one thing that resonated with me. The blue check marks, they're always come for your heads on your opinions.
Yeah, the great part about white fighters and white knights is that if you don't call them names, you don't make fun of them, and you just offer fact, they all delete their tweets 48 hours later. It's the best. So, but thank you. I appreciate that. And as long as you're comfortable with it, I'm just going to say I'm not going to bring up his other fantasy name because it's probably a bad idea.
Sandy, I texted you it in the owner's box messaging app.
Oh, I'll go look right now.
Yeah.
You'll tell by my reaction what kind of name it is.
Just wait. Hang on. I'm going to get a drum roll here.
Dude, I can't. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh my God. Are you guys happy that I
don't want to comment. All I got to say is I'm a PSU fan, so that hits home. For sure.
Stay 10.
Go Nittany Lions.
Yeah, so I'm glad we didn't do that. But thank you very much for coming on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Today's podcast. Anything else you want to cover before we go? We're going to get this thing going. The punishment is going to be nicknames. We'll figure out the punishment over the weekend. But Sandy and Chris is going to wipe the floor with Sandy, while Avery and Jeremy and I all laugh at each other and make fun of Jeremy.
I mean, we're just going to fucking win.
That's right. We're going to fucking win.
Avery's the silent assassin. He'll take your money. That's for sure.
Do you know who's not winning is whoever has to come home to that mustache on top of your lip there, kid. That is not winning. That is one of the worst flavor savers I've seen in my life.
Read the Yelp reviews on them. They're 5-star.
Dude, you could go camping in the middle of that thing. That is incredible.
I wish I could grow hair in there.
Yeah. If I could grow a carpet like that, I'd be repping 1D. I'll say that.
Do you know people with beards and mustaches have roughly 100 times more E. coli on their face than normal people?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Talking science.
I'm bringing some science with it. Anyway, so we're going to follow that on the weekend. But, guys, I wanted to thank you. Anything you want to cover before we go?
No, we're good. I think we'll be. Are we running Fridays as our new thing, or what's the schedule like on your end?
Yeah, dude. Fridays is where we drop.
Honestly, we bring the energy on Friday, so I think this is a good link up session on Fridays. We can definitely keep that going.
Well, I think so too. I think you guys bring what I would like to call, I refer to as average dick energy, but you guys bring big dick energy, and I like that.
I may or may not have a BDE tattoo on me somewhere, but
do you have a BDE tattoo?
I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm not wild. I didn't go to Arizona State University and do some crazy tattoo shit.
Yeah, get it tattooed right above your pubic
that's
bone.
What the punishment should be for week 1, actually.
Jared State is the next level now.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm on that.
I love that. So the great part is the loser has to have a big dick energy tattooed right above their pubis.
Oh God,
I love it.
I can shake on that one, but
guys, I love it. BDE right above the mons pubis.
Oh my God.
See, you know what I do? Here's the other little trick. If you want to run a successful franchise of content delivery, you don't have to go for the gross out all the time. You can say mons pubis. People know what science is, right? It's above the wiener.
I actually aced my life science class in 8th grade. So
why doesn't that surprise me, Sandy?
I'm not a science guy, though. Don't get it twisted. I am not a science guy.
All right, boys. Hey, listen, thanks for doing this. I want to thank our friends over at Owner's Box. Check out the short-term assets, which is Avery and Jeremy. Avery and Jeremy, great guys. You guys have been terrific today. Thank you very much. Give yourselves a little round of applause. You brought it this time. Next time, be a little more assertive, and you'll kill it. I want to thank our friend Sandy Plashkes, who went like 100-0 last week, and also may or may not have cured some certain types of malaria. So he's here, as you can see, and Sandy, he's terrific. Follow him on Twitter, please. Follow him on Facebook as well. Follow Owner's Box. Give us your socials real quick so we can get out of here and give you the credit and let you go and enjoy the rest of your beverages for the afternoon.
Yeah, so just, Dean, as I said, always a pleasure. Thanks for having us on. We enjoy it as a group. But yeah, definitely smash that subscribe button on our YouTube. Our YouTube content is absolutely fire. You can find us at Owner's Box. Just look us up in the search bar up top. But yeah, definitely subscribe there. We're putting out new content weekly. You
guys did a
episodes
TikTok.
pretty
you
much.
did a dancey TikTok last week.
TikTok. We're on. Hey, Dean. Name the platform. We're probably on it. Yeah. I mean, we
Christian Mingle.
I actually Christian Mingle, maybe not, but we actually Jeremy got promoted to VP of TikTok this week, and my guy Avery's a VP of Twitter. So they got they're still getting paid minimum wage, but they got promoted.
All the Twitter.
Yeah, I get promoted in owner's box.
Anyway, so follow us on Instagram at Owners Box, Facebook at Owners Box Fantasy Sports, YouTube at Owners Box, anywhere else, TikTok at Owners Box. We put out fire content. We love being on the show, Dean. Thanks a ton. We'll talk to you next time.
Yeah, guys, appreciate you being here as well. The fellas from Owners Box appreciate you. That is short-term assets at the bottom. Check out their podcast. Look for them. Follow them on every social. And come to DeanBlundell.com right now, where if you click on the Owners Box app, which is right at the top of the page, what they'll do is they'll match up to a $50 deposit for you when you sign up. So you just sign up. If you put $25 in, match it. You put $50 in, up to $50, they'll match it. So free money is always good, especially when you're playing some fantasy and you're dicking around on the weekend and you want to find something to do over the next few months because things are getting a little hairy out there and you're probably going to be spending a little more time in your house. So why not spend some time having some fun and placing some wagers on some fantasy sports brackets that normally you wouldn't get a chance to. That's the fucking great part about this. So we appreciate them. And not only them, but I want to say thanks to our friend Chris Rooke. Chris, thanks for doing this. Really appreciate it. You're a really good kid. Sorry about, everything. Really.
All right. It's okay.
Chris, you're a legend.
Yeah,
Chris, we love you.
Absolute beauty. You could teach Dean a thing or two about fantasy, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's elite, but he's platinum, bro.
Yeah.
Platinum Rook right there.
Platinum Rook, yeah. And if that does it for you, you can follow him on Twitter. He's a great guy. Chris, good luck. Appreciate you doing this as well. He's also the operator of Masterpiece Productions, the official sponsor of DeanBlundell.com. And thanks to our friends at Blue Microphones. Blue Microphones, the official microphone supplier of Dean and partner of DeanBlundell.com and all of our properties and assets. Blue Microphones, at Blue Microphones on Twitter. Please follow them or just go and check out Blue Microphones, Google them, or just go to DeanBlundell.com and check them out there as well. Thanks to Ed at Ed's Fine Imports. Ed's Gitch, you can get 4 for the price of 3. Again, free money. Who doesn't want a free pair of Gitch? I know you do. Use promo code GITCH3, promo code GITCH3 when you go to edsfineimports.com. And good news, the environment we're in now, you might not be really willing to go anywhere. And if you are, wear a mask. He's got a ton of masks. A ton. And the kind that actually fit your face properly, not the one that you're like stretching to, pull a little bit over a nostril. And then when you talk, you lose it over your chin. Like that kind of bullshit, which I fucking hate. Drives me crazy. So he's got a ton of different masks. Not only that, he's also got great men's and boys clothing and seasonal stuff too. Is rotate stuff in, bring stuff in. He's also got some Gitch pouch in the front too. That's the great part about his Gitch. They've got that whole pouch in the front, and they're boxer briefs and they're breathable. Right? Nothing worse than not breathable down there. No, it's a terrible idea. You ever left like a old food in a Tupperware container in the back of your truck in August? And then when you, because it doesn't breathe, right? And then when you open that business up, it's the same for all of us. That's why Ed's engineered his own Gitch. Gitch3. That's the promo code, edsfineimports.com. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Enjoy your weekend. Go and sign up for your Owner's Box account. We'll play on the weekend and get back to you on Monday. Goodbye. Ba 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 ba.